you're from Chicago, right? So how often were you here in Detroit? Pretty often?
Oh, pretty often, yeah, definitely. We would come up here, we'd go shopping, you know what I mean? Just looking for something different that wasn't in Chicago. We'd come up here, go to Canada, stuff like that. Even church. Church.
Your birthday is I'm a Gemini woman. Okay. So you're a Gemini. Yeah. So, you know, I'm feeling, you know, I know we have some of the same thoughts, you know, because as Geminis, it's how we roll. You know, no mean to exclude you out, you know, but as Geminis,
I'm right here hanging with him.
When she said that she was unhappily married with children.
how did you get discovered?
Well, for me, it really wasn't a matter of being discovered, because you know, it wasn't I can't say it was like a one situation thing that kind of exposed me. But you know, it was more so of me just being in New York City, you know, for so many years, and just kind of laying down in the path of opportunity. People trip over you when you land the path. So it was more like that. You know, perception itself is a monster that a lot of people have to deal with. So it's really it is a beast. And a lot of people, you know, just deal with first perception. You know, first perception was that, you know, I was somewhere incubating in an egg, and you know, puff cam and crack the egg open. And was like, what's in there? What's in there?
Right.
And that's the perception, but in actuality, you know, Bad Boy was actually my 4th record deal. You know, and I, as a songwriter, you know, I had #1 records, you know, on the radio, you know, before Bad Boy. But Puff was the one executive that took a chance. You know, that took a chance, and he was the first one that actually saw in me what I see in me every day. You know, so that made him different than anybody else. I think for the first 5 years of me being in New York, I think I had a stack of cardboard boxes that I never unpacked. Just kind of, you know, treating myself like I was a visitor. You know, when that was just really not the way to go about it. You know, I really could have sped up the process for myself a lot more if I just, you know, knew how to just relax and commit to where I was, even though the flow was different and the hours were different and people were different. You know, that was just really what it was for me.
So how did you feel when you got the call?
Well, it was more so like a crazy, man. It was really crazy because I was singing at an open mic one night. It's a place called The Blue Angel, 7th in Amsterdam, out of New York. But I was there one night, and in the middle of my set, doing my thing, and it was a night that Big had just came off tour with R. Kelly. I would ride for a period of time, and I think when he got back to New York, you know, he came to the Blue Angel, and Puff and his mom, Uncle John, and you know, a lot of his family members came with him. So after I got, you know, done with my set, you know, Puff sent a little note to my table, like, yo, you know, I need to holler at you. So, you know, we stood up and both walked to the kitchen. You know what I mean? Had a conversation about it right there in the kitchen while they passed the chicken and peas.
For sure, because she wants to be with me.
You know, I negotiated with Bad Boy for about a year. I think I negotiated with him the longest. You of any artist to date, but I just had to get it exactly the way that I needed it, exactly the way that I could sleep that night. You know what I'm saying? So even that was a process. You know, there was a process of a number of conversations in the middle of negotiating. You know, Big was killed, you know, out in LA, and at that point, I didn't really know what was gonna happen. You know, Puff was just in a total different state of mind. Everybody really was in just a total different state of being, you know, when that happened. It was really crazy. It's really crazy, you know, to see somebody like Puff go through, you know, what he went through and still maintain half of his functions. You know, because this cat was crying half the day and still doing business the other half of the day. I mean, you know, I saw, you know, it was really crazy to see him lose weight in a matter of 2 weeks to the point to where his shirts wasn't even fitting. You know, just the stress of the whole situation, you know, and me watching how he handled that situation. I mean, you know, you can say what you want, you know, from the outside looking in, but, you know, Puff, he handled that like a straight up G. I mean, for real. I really thought myself, you know, I had thoughts about maybe this is the end of the company, you know, but, you know, we were able to put together a really, really amazing fourth quarter, you know what I mean, and come through, you know, with the releases of the No Way Out album, and the Locks, you know, Black Rob, myself, and 112 still continue, 112 and Fave still continue, you know, to do what they were doing. You know, so I learned a lot from that experience, just watching how Puff handled it, you know, and just hopes that, you know, I could handle it similar to that. You know, fast forward 2004, you know, my brother gets shot and murdered, you know, and here it is, you know, it's that same level of devastation, and definitely me being able to look back and remember how Puff handled, you know, his situation. You know, it gave me some point of reference, you know, on, you know, not necessarily how to feel, but how to keep face. You know what I'm saying? How to keep face. Since 2005. Well, I mean, you know, I guess life after Bad Boy has just been a series of me enjoying spoils of war. I mean, I really got an opportunity, you know, I'm really thankful